Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Mr. Bet Predict. In today's video, I would like to show you guys how you can make your game to be undisputed. You know, when it comes to predicting over 1.5 and corner betting strategy, these two particular strategy are very effective. They have high accuracy, high percentage of accuracy. And one thing that people don't know is that in betting, it's all about risk, and there's no way, no how. We cannot always achieve 100% in winning it because it involves human activities, which is dynamic. Now, but there's a way you can increase your winning tactics to the extent that it will seems like you will never lose again. So there are ways to do that. For example, in the over 1.5, and before I proceed uh to the tips on over 1.5 and the corner betting strategy. If you look at today's game very well, we have so much that you know we can predict our games on. When we are talking about the top 5 leagues alone, top 5 Europe league alone, we have so much enough game. I think today happens to be the final day for most of the matches. Now, this is what we are going to do. If you want to predict the over 1.5 goals, I believe most of my masterclass tutorial group members are watching. So if you have acquired this particular strategy, I believe you understand what I'm talking about. So let's take a particular match for example. Let's look for let's look for Chelsea Bournemouth and let's check some things. So in every match, what we always do is that we always check their stats through the head to head. And for over 1.5 goals, we have the save form of it. And for corner also we have the save form of it, and we have the one that's in like within with just 2 or 3 games, 5 games, 4 games, you will easily get your 2 odd, 3 odd. So there are ways of doing that. But the higher the odd, the higher the chance of losing your bet. But sometimes it can take. But when we are talking about the save form, it has a very good and high accuracy. But some people can find it very hard to easily pick 2 odd. Everything has their own advantages and disadvantages. So that's how it works. Now, for example, for over 1.5 goals, if you are predicting it, you know, sometimes when I predict over 1.5, maybe probably out of 6 tickets, if I predict 6 tickets with over 1.5, getting using that 6 tickets to get 2 odds, 2 odds per ticket. Sometimes I always have 5/6, sometimes 4/6, and the worst part is 3/6. Yes, but you will lose because you won't be in total control of it. But there is a way you can consistently win, because when I lose over 1.5 goals, surely the match will surely end up as over 0.5. So the safe form of 1.5 happens to be over 0.5 goals, and people don't really know about this. And also there are some factors that people don't really focus on when it comes to predicting over 1.5 goals. Uh you want to, for example, let's say you want to predict your over 1.5 goals, and what you only consider is that, okay, in the last 5 games, like this, over 1.5 occurred, and you check for the away team also. Probably maybe you say that, okay, in the last 5 games, maybe out of their last 5 games, for the away team also, you saw that, okay, like 80%, maybe 4 games out of 5 ended up as over 1.5, and you went ahead to check the last previous meeting with each other, and you also saw that at least, I think, 4 out of 5 games ended up as 1.5, and you fully concluded that the match will end up as over 1.5. That alone is not enough, but actually is part of the process. you know Predicting 1.5 goals takes a lot of consideration, factors checking. So that's why I sometimes, when I want to go for rollover, maybe probably for 5 days, 6 days, or 7 days rollover, I always like to go for over 0.5, because I won't be using only over 1.5 strategy on predicting my rollover odds my all over games of over 0.5. I always combine this strategy of over 1.5 and first half over 0.5, and that is the reason why most of my games always ended up as always ended up as first half over 0.5. When I predict over 0.5, most times they always come at first half. So when you are when you are playing for a first half over 0.5, it has this kind of advantage that with just two games you can easily get to what. That's one thing about first half over 0.5. So using that alone is not enough, so you have to just combine some strategies, some process, some steps, and fact and details checking together in order to get your desired outcome. Now there's one thing I would like to show you, just a brief tips like in this particular video, and I want you guys to pay very good attention to it. First, before I move on to the corner aspect, um I'll just show you the basic aspect of over 1.5 goals. And guys, this no strategy will give you 100% accuracy, but at least 95, 99, 98% accuracy. And the 2% inaccuracy in sport betting sometimes are something that always cost our games, wherever you'll be experiencing maybe court 1, court 2, and like that. Now, one thing that you just need to do in predicting over 1.5 goals, so please guys kindly take note of this. If you want to predict over 1.5 goals and also you want to apply it for your over 0.5 goals, that one is another aspect. But I've just teach you the four steps, which is over 1.5. And if you want to start using it as over 0.5, you just have to incorporate another strategy, which I called first half over 0.5, for your detail, a process of details checking. Now the first thing you just need to do is what I showed you earlier was actually fine. It was right. Checking the last 5 games of the home team, checking the last 5 games of the away team, and also checking their last 5 previous games. So when you are checking it, make sure that at least out of the last 5 games they played with other teams, they had 4 out of it as over 1.5 goals. And also checking the last 5 games of the away team, you must make sure that at least 4 games out of it ended up as over 1.5 goals. And also going on to check the match they played with each other, you must make sure that the games ended up as over 1.5 goals at least in 4 games. Now another aspect that people don't always focus on is that these teams that are playing, are they the ones scoring or they are conceding? So basic factors that I like to do is that, I told you guys all the strategies, they are in like they interrelate with each other. For example, when you are predicting goal, like we call it goal, sometimes it means both teams to score. That is, the home team will score, the away team will score. So when we are having that kind of a situation, naturally, what do you expect? It is over 1.5, because when the home team scored and the away team scored, that is naturally over 1.5. But when we are predicting over 1.5, we are not concerned whether the home team scored or the away team scored. We just know that one of the match entirely must end up as over 1.5. So we incorporate different strategies. Now when you want to predict your over 1.5 goal strategies, looking into the stats, like the previous start of the home team, and you notice that most times they only concede and they don't score. Maybe they lack attacking ability or scoring ability, I don't know. And you notice that they don't score, and you went ahead to check for the away team also, and you discover that they don't score in most of their games, guys. And checking their games, you notice that they don't score. Most of their games doesn't always end up as over 1.5 goals. It shows that in that particular league they don't score goals very well. For example, Egypt league, Morocco league, leagues like that, or sometimes Algeria league, they don't always score goals. There are leagues that most of their games always end up as straight draw. Now, so when we're having a situation like this, we already know that okay, this particular match, the stats meet the requirements for last 5 games, 4 games out of it ending up as 1.5 goals. Now you check that okay, the home team, why they were playing at home, how often do they score goals? In the last 5 games, they played 2 games at home and 3 games while at away. and one of it ended up as 5-0, and that one ended up as 2-0. They were able to keep clean sheets of that. And checking some of their other games too, while playing away, most of their games ended up in both teams to score. So surely in this particular match, there is a particular insight that I'm currently having about it. We can just assume that Chelsea can probably keep a clean sheet, because looking into their last previous meeting with their opponent while playing at home, if you look at it very well, they were able to keep clean sheets here. I think they only played once at home and they were able to keep clean sheet there. But while playing away, 3 of their games ended up as both teams to score, except this one. Now, you are not so fully concerned with both teams to score, because we are not talking about that in this video. So, what we are concerned about is that how often are the home team scoring while playing at home? We can see that in their last 5 games, it is currently 100%, because both of the games they played at home ended up as at the home team scoring. Now, move on to the away team. Does the away team scored goals very well while playing away? Now, checking this particular match, we all know that currently this season Arsenal are having a they are currently in good form. They don't really concede goals very well. The match can be tough for Bournemouth there, and they were unable to score in this particular match. And checking the match with Wolf, they were able to have just 1 goal. And checking the match with Aston Villa, they were able to record 1 goal. So for me, I won't lie to you guys. If I want to predict my 1.5, I'm always strict with strategies. I will surely avoid this particular game because of what? Looking into this particular match with Arsenal, since they were unable to score goal, at least a goal, I always avoid games like that. Actually, the game can later end up as over 1.5, but surely I will avoid the game. So what I just want you guys to do is that focus on the home team, the away team. Do they really score goals while playing at home? Does the away team score goals while playing away? And at least out of their last 5 games, 4 of it must have ended up as over 1.5 goals. So lastly, what you just need to do to confirm if your strategy, if your games or match or your prediction will end up as over 1.5 goals, make sure that you incorporate the current working first half over 0.5. Strategy changes, and we always have new, like, updated. We keep updating our strategies. So just make sure that you incorporate the first half over 0.5. At least if you want to play safe, maybe you don't want to go for over 1.5, by incorporating the first half over 0.5 with over 1.5 strategy, surely you are going to be getting accurate over 0.5 strategy. Now, when we are moving on to corner prediction, yes, I will use this particular match as an example. And one thing that I want you guys to always focus on is that I told you guys that there are 2 easy ways to predict corner. The first one is only to check the individual corner that each team had. For example, let's quickly do fast analysis on this particular match. Chelsea had 6 corners, and in the next game they had another 6 corner, making 12. And in the next and another game here, they had 8 corner, making 20. And in the match with Tottenham, they had 4 corner, making 24. And lastly, in the match with Aston Villa, they had 4 corner, making 28. So I told you guys that whenever you want to divide this particular figure, so by dividing it by 5, and the average point that you add will surely be the average point of corner that this particular team, which is Chelsea, they are having. So this is what the average point for the home team is, what you will also add up for the average point of the away team, and that's how it is. But getting that is not only enough for you to predict your corner. You also have to consider their last previous games, their corners. There are some games like that I predicted earlier that I skipped that particular process, and the game later ended up costing me the outcome. So that's how the thing works. So if you want to predict your corner, sometimes using my strategy, I just posted a video. I'm going to drop the corner betting strategy video link in this particular video description. You guys can go and watch it and pay full attention to details. Just go and watch it. You will find the video link in this particular video description and watch it. So make sure that when you sometimes when you finish the analysis, the total outcome, or maybe your pretty the corner your analysis can end up getting leading you to predict the corner as maybe over 5.5 corners, and probably you are using a particular bet platform and it's not working. Make sure that you explore other bet platform, to check their markets and stake your game. Always be strict with your analysis and dedicate yourself to using that particular. Don't apply emotions to your games. Maybe probably as surely, maybe you think surely a particular match will end up as maybe over 1.5. No, follow the start, follow the analysis. So guys, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video, and don't forget to click on subscribe on this particular channel. And also, if you are one of our members, I already posted a particular odd 4 odd corner prediction. Get to check my community post, you will find it there. My community post, you will find the 4 odd corner prediction 1xbet. So thanks for watching, guys. See you guys in the next video. Bye.